Since you will see very few, if any, of your online students face-to-face, frequent online communication is crucial for student success. As discussed in the Before the Semester Starts video, there are emails that should be sent to students before classes start. Emails sent to the entire class are the welcome introductory email and the email about the required work that must be submitted. These emails can also be posted as announcements in the MyLabs Plus website. Also, an email is sent to each student to let her know in which module she'll be starting. The wording for these emails is in the Instructor's Resources website. On the day before classes start, I send the following emails to the entire class. The first is an email on pretest policies. In this email, I let students know that if they plan to take the pretest on their first module, that it must be done by midnight on Monday of the second week of classes. The other email is about the calculator use policy, which is the same as the policy for classroom sections of Ramp Up. The wording for these emails are in the Instructor's Resources website. During the first week of class, I make an effort to reply to emails from students within 24 hours or sooner whenever possible. I want students to feel that they are connected to the course and not left to flounder through the course on their own. I also check with each student to see if she has any questions and to make specific comments about her progress. Doing this lets the student know that I'm there to help and lets the student know that I'm closely monitoring her work. There are a couple of emails that I send to the entire class once classes have started. Since many students need multiple reminders about what work they're required to submit, I resend the email about how they must submit their completed module workbooks and their calculations for module tests and pretest. On Thursday of the first week, I send an email that I refer to as the end of the first week email. In this, I recap the first week and let the students know that on weekends I typically don't reply to their emails and requests for tests within 24 hours. The wording for this email can be found in the Instructor's Resources website. As you've probably figured out, the most frequently asked question is, what work do I have to hand in to you? We've talked about that enough already. Next, how do I get the password to take a test or pretest? A couple of reminders. Go to the student's gradebook and make the test or pretest available by removing the password, and don't give the passwords to students. How do I study a module? You can send them to the link, How to Study a Module video. This link is in the Welcome introductory letter. How do I get started? You can refer them to the email you sent the week prior to classes. Can I use a calculator on this test or pretest? You can refer them to the email that discusses the calculator policy. When should I complete the first module by? Answers to this question can vary, but the most general response could be, the sooner the better. Consider creating a repository of answers to these FAQs, as you'll be answering them over and over and over again. Most questions from students are about the course procedures and policies, and very few are about the math content. During the week, I try to reply to emails within 24 hours. On weekends, I tell my students that I may not reply to emails sent over the weekend until Monday. If they want to test over the weekend, I ask them to let me know by 3 p.m. on Friday so I can make the test available for them to take over the weekend. I communicate with each student at least once a week to let them know that I'm monitoring their work in progress. This helps motivate students to do work each week. This benefits me because it reminds me of each student's progress, and I can develop strategies for them to help them be successful. Perhaps the most important effect of communicating frequently with students is that it helps prevent the student from feeling lost or ignored. Once a student completes a module test, I remind him that the completed module workbook must be submitted. I remind him that the test or pretest calculations must also be submitted. I keep a log of the work that students submit because it helps me remember what work each student has sent. I also refer to it to send reminders to students of what work they still need to submit to me. There is a lot of communication that occurs in the online sections of RampUp. I have found that I easily spend as much time emailing students in the online section as I would spend teaching in class in a face-to-face section.